going on, guys, and welcome back. Ban list goes into effect tomorrow. We did best hand traps, best staples, tier list. We did all that great stuff already, so go check out the videos on the channel. We got one more to do before the new list goes into effect, and that is the 5 best engines in Yu-Gi-Oh! These are engines that can be splashed into quite a few decks. If that's kind of like specific to one deck, I didn't want to include it, and we're going to cover like kind of the cards you would play and a rough cost on how much it would be and how the engine kind of works. So we're going to jump on into it. If you want testing for any format, play old formats, Master Duel, all that, link down below. Dragon Rider games, best place to play online. So without further ado, guys, number 5. Everyone knew this one would be on here though. Dragoon. The Dragoon engine I have as the 5th best splashable engine in the game currently. We all know the bricks that come with it. We all know how good Dragoon is. You know, a big towers that gains 1,000 every time it negates and destroys, has to destroy to gain the attack. Discard a card, and that's kind of how it is. It's a really good boss monster that requires you to run 3 bricks and discard a card, but it can also pop cards on the field and burn your opponent, so it's a very strong boss monster, and this is where it comes in at my number 5 position. Dragoon does unfortunately cost, almost $100 alone. Verde you can get for like 10 now with the reprint, and the Dark Magician, Red Eyes, and Red Eyes Fusion are all very cheap, but you're going to be spending just over $100 for this engine. Number 4. I did actually change this, and we'll get number 3 as well. Number 4, it's a new one, the Punk engine. I actually have coming in at number 4. Shout out Bailey for kind of saying what it did, and I looked into it more. So what the engine is, you're probably gonna play like 3 of the Foxy Tune, 3 of the Ray Almond, 1 of the Madam Spider, the 1 Gabu Trap. That's pretty much the minimum for the Punk cards that you're gonna play, and then 3 E-Telly because like the main starter is the Ray Almond, and it's a psychic. Well, I can't think. Madame Spider also is a psychic. They're level 3 tuners, so they have synergy with PK. You could play it. They have a little bit of synergy there too. I shouldn't even say a little bit. Like a level 3 tuner, that's, what's another deck that uses that? Virtual World, so Virtual World, PK, deck I've been playing. I actually went 10-0 on EDO Pro last night. Eldritch Punk. Deck's actually pretty stupid, guys. Like the deck's so strong. So what does it actually do though? You are gonna have to run at least like 001 because it's a health turbo combo. It does take up your normal summon, so again, a deck that is reliant on the normal summon or that, it's not gonna be the greatest, but it does take up your normal summon. But you essentially, like in an ideal world, you'd summon the Ray Almond, and then Ray would, you pay 600 life points, add to your hand the Foxy Tune, you send it and 1 other card from your hand to the graveyard, which this is where it works with PK, it works with Eldritch, and even to a degree it works with Virtual World because you can get like your Qinglong, you can get, your Cloak, you can get your Eldritch traps into the graveyard just by using the card how it's meant to, and then you summon the Madame Spider. Madame Spider pays 600, add the Gabu Trap, and the Gabu Trap, it's basically infinite permanence. It's negate a monster's effects for the rest of the turn. The rest doesn't matter because you're not playing it in a pure Punk deck. So you search out the trap that's in a negate, you get the 2 monsters on board, and then you can go into help combo and go from there. Like, how do you want to do your help combo? You could, go just the standard route with and make Savage, the Baroness, and Arclight. So plus the trap, that's a 1 card 4 negate combo. That's pretty good. And if they disrupt it, well, you just set 4 cards. You just play Virtual World. You just play PK. Because guess what? If they negate these cards, especially in PK, they're level 3s. If the combo goes through, you don't even have to play health. You can just do it, get the 2 on board, search out the trap, and then you have 2 level 3s on board. That makes Cherubini, that makes combo just pop off that way. So, like, there's some pretty good synergies here with PK, Eldritch, Virtual World. and any deck that doesn't rely on its normal summon can easily play this engine. Um, and the best part, like, okay, so what you if you don't want to play the Fluor part too, you can just not play Colt Wing, which removes a brick from your deck, which is actually pretty good too. Creation Resonator would be pretty good because Cupid Pitch, you get your Cupid Pitch, you get Savage, and then you can special summon the Creation Resonator. You'd still have a token even if you're not using Colt Wing, so you can go into a Coral Dragon, Stardust Warrior, something like that, and then depending on the rest of your hand, continue to combo that way. Helka Fibrax is actually super expensive now though, so that is going to be the one downside if you're playing the Helk part of the engine. If you're playing the PK, then you don't have to worry about it. But as far as like just the punk cards, it's like $10. Like, they're super cheap. I definitely would urge you to go pick them up because either you can play them and they're going to be good, or you can sell them when other people start playing them because they are going to go up a little bit. Maybe it'll be a $20 to $30 engine eventually. I'd settle probably closer to 20, but hey, it's a double your money opportunity. Not the worst thing in the world. Bringing us to number 3. So number 3 was one that I originally had split up between 3 and 4, and that is Dogmatica. I had split off the Shadal part. I'm just going to put Shadal at 4 because you really don't have to play the Dogmatica with the Shadal part. The price on this one's going to really vary because it's like, are you playing Nadir? How many Ecclesia are you playing? How many Punishment, Fluor? Are you playing the Schism, the Winda, the Apcolum? Like, it's kind of really dependent on that. So, it can be pretty cheap. It can get, closer to that $50, $60, $70 mark. But, like I said, like, Nadir is just really crazy. It went to 2. So how do you replace that? Well, if you're on 1 Ecclesia, you can just bump it up to 2. If you're on 2, you could bump it to 3. Not quite the same because Nadir obviously got you into your window play as well. So that's a small hit there. Emphasis on the small. So, like, Nadir Servant getting you to, like, Winda, to your Fluor, to your Punishment, to multiple disruptions on its own was just always really strong. And this is stuff that you could do after you combo with your deck, and then you just start playing these cards because you have an extra monster or an extra deck monster on board, so you can, like, Nadir, get to your Ecclesia, especially your Ecclesia, and just, like, do whatever you want. The route you're gonna go is gonna, again, depend. Are you gonna play the Schism and go for, like, Winda on your opponent's turn? Are you gonna just go for, like, the Fluor for the monster negate in hand with the punishment? Then are you going to send, like, Titaniclad so you can pop a card because you have enough other disruption, and then add follow-up to your hand in the end phase? Are you going to punishment, send in Tis, pop 2? Are you going to punishment, send Omega so you can, like, shuffle a DPE back, or a Wind Pegasus, the adding Nister, and shuffle it back from the graveyard? Like, there's a lot of utility that this engine can provide, so that's why it's my 3rd best engine. I know everybody right now knows the top 2. I don't know if they'll agree on my order for them, however. Number 2, the most expensive one on this list. Also, like Punk, it is new, and by now you know that is the Brave tokens. It is the Adventurer. Okay. Excuse me. The Brave token package. I wish they kept it that. I don't like the Adventurer thing. I just feel like the movie Dumb and Dumber, or Dumber, just, I don't know. I think the Brave token just sounded better. Like, not the only time that Konami decided to do that. So, why are they my number 2? You're probably gonna play the 3 Right, the 3 Enchantress, the 1 Fateful, the 1 Griffin, and possibly the equip spell, the Draco back. So going second, it's a negate. Like, going first or second, you get to the Griffin for free, basically. You don't have to normal summon, you get a negate before Nibiru. So decks like PK, Virtual World can use this. Eldritch, Prank Kids. Again, any deck that doesn't need their normal summon. But here's the where it's slightly better. You still get your normal summon with the Brave package. You just can't use a normal summon card's effect. So you still get that body, you still get that summon, you just don't get the effect of it, which makes it a little bit better in that regard. Um, but Draco back also going second gives you a free bounce because you equipped it to the token, and then you can bounce one of your opponent's cards, so it gives you a little bit of disruption. Going second, it forces out your opponent's disruptions, it forces hand traps, it makes them make plays. Otherwise, you put Griffin on board, and now you have a negate. So that's just kind of where it fills in that gap. It can play, like I said, Prank Kids, PK. It gives them a really easy pre-Nibiru card. Another reason I'm not huge on Nibiru right now is Eldritch Invoke, uh, you know, Brave. Like, there's too many decks that just don't care or put up a negate first, so not huge on that card at this current moment. But unfortunately, the price, like right now, it's like $290 plus, because Right and Enchantress are both like almost $50 a piece, and you play 3 of each. So Engine's really good, free negate without having to normal summon before Nibiru. Also a bounce going second. But yeah, it's a little pricey. Number 1, you all know what it is already. DPE. Why do I have DPE at number 1? Even with Fusion Destiny going to 2, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, by the way. It's a slight consistency hit, but if you wanted to open it before, you played 3, and you still want to open it, so you played 2. It takes 1 brick out of your deck, but it also makes you see it. What is it? Like 22-ish% instead of 33, so that's a decent hit, but like it didn't really change it a lot. You just put 1 other card in your deck instead. So I mean, but DPE, it's very recursive, very annoying. It comes back obviously every turn. It keeps just popping cards, especially in this mid-range format. It's really, really strong. But Celestial is really the broken part, because you can draw 2, you can come back, or you can, like some people, choose to not do that and lose games because of it. But yeah, like just the draw 2, even Dasher's effect. Like, I've had turns where it's getting grindy and they're still in my graveyard, and I draw Nibiru for turn, and it's like, oh, Dasher effect, summon Nibiru. Now I still have no hand, and now Celestial, banish it, and Dasher, draw 2 more cards. I just got a 3000 beat stick and like full follow-up, full combo off my draw 2. So like the whole engine as a package, plus then like DPE comes back, and it's like I just had nothing on my board. Now I got Nibiru, DPE, 2 cards in hand, all because of the engine and the follow-up that it gives. Like, that's just insane. So it is my number 2. Again, Verde around $10, Fusion Destiny $15, DPE $85. So you're looking at a little over $100. Dasher actually is like another 15 to 20. So you're in that 120 to 130 range for the engine. And if you're playing 2 Fusion Destiny, obviously, you need the second copy of Fusion Destiny. So closer to the 150 mark. Anyway, guys, these are my 5 best engines in Yu-Gi-Oh! Currently. Let me know if you think I left one out or forgot one. Comment down below. Otherwise, what are your opinions on these engines? Which one surprised you most? I'm pretty sure I know which one that is, though. And without further ado, guys, take care. Tomorrow, Cyber Dragon with Therion. Why is it good? What's the theory on it? See what I did there? Therion. Pretty clever, if you ask me. And also, we have our Cyber Synchro replay ready finally for you guys. I posted a picture in the group where I actually summoned Core. It got Ash. I linked for Almirage, and then I used E-Telly to summon out Recover. Went into Health, just like Health combo at that point. But then Chaos Ruler instead of Savage, and I hit hers off Chaos Ruler. I had the Repair Plant in hand, and I ended up making Infinity, Chen, Fleur, and Baroness de Fleur, and Arclight. So I made that off of Repair, E-Telly, and a negated Core. So basically normal summon, basically Help combo plus Repair Plant. I made that board, which is pretty insane. And I also had E-Telly, Lancia, and Core in hand for follow-up. Like, that was just pretty awesome. I've also done combo through 2 Infirms, but this video is not that video, so make sure you're subscribed for that video, and take care, guys. See you next time.